Hi peeps, welcome back if you're one of my subscribers, and if you're new here, you're very welcome. My name's Linz. Now, if you have just recently subscribed to my channel, first of all, let me say thank you very much. I also do a lot of beauty videos and things like that, which is probably why you're maybe subscribed here. But also, at least twice a month, I'd like to put in sort of health-related videos. Mainly based at the moment on things I've been through myself or going through presently. So without further ado, I'm going to make tag this one as a tea with me sort of video. So if you want to put me on pause and just go and grab yourself maybe a tea or coffee or whatever it is you like to drink, then that's great. So without further ado, guys, this video is, I'm trying to make it not dark. I suffer with chronic pain from herniated discs. I've got arthritis. I had a motorcycle accident and I have a titanium nail holding my whole femur together going up into the hip. I get bursitis in the hip joint. If you don't know what that is, it's like a fluid pocket that kind of builds up in around the joint area. I've arthritis in my knee. I've got neuropathy in my feet from chemotherapy. So basically, if I was an animal, I would have been maybe put out of my misery a long time ago. But hey, I'm still here to tell the tale, and I know that some of my other health videos have so far helped get the message across about cancer related things and bits and pieces. So I'm hoping that by watching me and listening to sort of like my sort of, I'm not going to say moan, but you know, what I'm going through at the moment might help somebody else. So as I already previously mentioned, I have herniated discs in the lower of my spine at the moment, which I'm currently waiting on surgery for, to have them sort of removed. And then sort of like the bottom of the spine area where the nerve endings come out has crushed off. So a severe sciatica going down sort of like the left side, left leg. At the moment, it's not overly bad. It's there, but it's not in spasm, which I'm just so thankful for at the moment, because when it does go into spasm, I'm near enough housebound, bedridden. It's brutal. Depression goes hand in hand, I think, with any type of chronic pain, severe pain. You don't know, you know, your body's constantly fighting, you're constantly exhausted, you're constantly just feeling miserable, and depression can go hand in hand with that. Now, I also suffer, so mine's, God, Jesus, turn me off now, because it just sounds like, well, she does need to be put out of her misery. But here, I also suffer from PTSD, and that's related to the cancer I had, flashbacks, and also the motorcycle accident. So if you haven't seen any of them videos, you can go back. I'm trying to sort the playlists out so everything's all in one place, but bear with me on that one. Anyway, the depression side of chronic pain or severe pain is brutal. And unless somebody has been through this, they're not going to understand this. My way of dealing with things is when I get to a low point, I call it my black bubble. I hide myself, not hide myself away, but I like to just close the door, and I don't interact really too much with anybody. I don't visit anybody. Sometimes it can even get to a point where I don't even answer text messages, phone calls, any of that kind of thing. But for me, that's my way of dealing with it, you know, and I think by listening to somebody else explain how their depression from, you know, their pain or just their depression in general can affect them personally, can help somebody else understand, well, do you know what? I'm not going through this alone. There are other people out there suffering. I'm not odd. I'm not strange. There's nothing wrong with me. This is a medical condition, peeps. It really is. And it's hard for other people that don't understand what depression is, I suppose, to understand why you're shutting yourself off from them, you know, you might be functioning, you might be going out to maybe do a bit of work, or you might be going to do the weekly shop or bringing the kids to school. Or thankfully for me, I don't have children because I don't know how I'd cope. And I severely hands up to any of yous, you know, that have to literally do major functioning things during your day. Like, I can come on here and I can make a YouTube video about a makeup product or a beauty box, and you wouldn't think there was anything wrong with me at all. When I turn the camera off, it's a different story. You know, I suppose it could be called a slight bit of functioning depression, maybe, in a way, where you can do your wee bits and pieces, kind of nearly get on with your day. As soon as it comes to lockdown time, or you're safely back in your house or wherever your safe space is, that's it. The mask comes off, the tears maybe flow, and you don't understand why you're feeling so low. You know, things could be really going good in your life, but this is where the pain comes in. As I previously said, pain is exhausting. You're having a constant fight with your body for it to do day-to-day things. You know, whether it be pain from an accident, whether it be pain from arthritis, whether it be you know, anything that you're suffering with pain on a daily, constant basis with is going to bring you down. So don't think you're failing. I went through that. Now my way is, I put myself in what I call my little bubble, Lynn's land. Normally I can kind of jump back from it. Like, I'm being medicated for depression, but sometimes it's just not enough. And I can still be very down, out, and everything in between, do you know? Gets to the point where I feel like I'm in a cage. I can't breathe. Social anxiety kind of kicks in with this. It can be fairly brutal, you know, and you can get to the point where, you can get to the point where you think, what's the point anymore? You know, especially if you've been through something, or you've been going through something for so long, that it's every day struggle, fight, put on the makeup, or guys, try and put on the smile. You know, things like brushing your teeth in the morning can be a chore some days, and getting dressed, or even getting out of bed. I have days there where I don't want to get out of bed, you know, but I have to. I've got my babies, my fur babies, my dogs, and they make sure I get out of bed, you know, and I'm so grateful for them, because without them, I don't know how I'd get through some days. You know, you can have all the support in the world. I mean, I know that I've got people there for me if I maybe need to talk or anything, but I don't talk. I talk to you on the camera because I find that, I don't know, somehow easier for me. I write things down. I went through this weird, I don't know, kind of ritual thing where I was writing feelings and fears and all that kind of thing down, and just bits, and then I put them to one side, and then when I'm feeling a little bit better, I read them back, and then I burn them. I still do that from time to time, but you know, writing stuff down can really help. Making sure you've been to see the doctor. You know, try and get the best pain medications. If it's fear, oh, there's my dog just come in. Right, out now, come on. Now, I know that was just like a split second for you, but it just took me a few minutes to get one of my babies to go back outside. I'd forgot to close the door, so it was my fault. I think he kind of knows by maybe a tone in my voice or something like that, that I'm, you know, maybe talking about something that's kind of a little bit emotional for me in a way. And he just, you know, like he sat outside the door there at the minute, panting away like a good thing. I've got two dogs, by the way. I've got a Rottweiler and a Yorkshire Terrier, so Strange mix, but you know, they work. I can't really remember where I was, guys, before I had to pause the video. But yeah, I think I was up on the bit where we were talking about the doctors. So basically, please go and see your doctor. You know, pain, depression, anything that is really affecting your mood, you need to go and tell somebody about. If you can't talk to sort of like your nearest and dearest, which I find I can't, I do go and make an appointment to see my doctor when things get really bad, and he tries to juggle around sort of my pain medications now. And you know, he had me on trial and error last year with a different form of sort of antidepressant, and I really didn't get on that well with it. Every medication is trial and error, and I'm not saying, guys, not saying at all, go and take a load of pills to try and make you feel happy. A lot of people, when they're suffering with things like, you know, pain disorders or depression, will cling to anything that makes their mood improve for a little while, whether it be a couple of glasses of wine, whether it be, I don't know, something you shouldn't be taking. Don't do that. You know, just, it's not worth having another problem on top of what you've already got. It's just not. Please, please talk to somebody, you know, and here, you're not on your own. If you want, drop me a comment down below. Find me over on Instagram. You can private message me over there. I don't know if I'm going to be any help, but at least you know that you're not going through your pain, your depression, any of that stuff on your own. You know, I've searched things like about dealing with depression and dealing with chronic pain and all that kind of thing. And if you do a YouTube search, you're more than likely going to get a doctor's perspective or a psychiatrist's perspective or something along them lines. And, you know, listening to somebody rabbit on about something they've never experienced or never been through, to me, just pees me off. Maybe some of them have, I don't know, but most of them are talking from textbooks. A textbook is no good to me when I'm having a half breakdown, do you know, that kind of way? So find little things that try to relax you. Try not to concentrate fully on the pain. Find something to try and take the mind off it a little bit. It's not going to go away. Do you know, that kind of way? But if you can just stop focusing so much on the actual aspect of the pain and try and do something. I have to fight with myself near on a daily basis to do things, do you know? To go and put my makeup on, to sit in front of the camera, to take my dog out to go to, or one of my dogs out to go to the toilet. Can't bring them both at the same time. I've got a Rottweiler and a Yorkshire Terrier. I've got bad back. Just doesn't work. You know, I have to fight to clean. I have to fight to cook dinner. And there's days there where in this house there's been a slice of toast and a cup of tea. I live on tea, so there we go. Oh, and I also slurp my tea apparently. So I haven't covered half the stuff I wanted to cover in this video, guys. But you know, I don't want to bore you all too much or things like that. So again, you're not on your own. You're doing great. Believe that. You have to keep telling yourself you're doing okay. It's just something that some of us unfortunately have to go through, and you know, it's not nice, but there's help out there there's help out there to a degree. If you can get a good counsellor or sort of therapist or group even, it's going to take an awful lot of courage for you to go. I know appointment times, whether you're in Ireland or anything, for waiting to try and get to see somebody is an absolute joke. Here in Ireland, our mental health services are just not any addition. Do you know, there's so many people that have been lost because they haven't been able to get the help in the time frame they needed. And I think this is another big thing that really needs to be focused on. I don't know whether you can hear that, but he's outside now, my Rottweiler, and he's barking his little head off, bless him. Probably at one of the cats from next door, but sure. He can't get to them, so it's all good. Anyway, off on one again there. As I said, guys, subscribe here if, you know, you need to kind of see more of this maybe content, or you'd like to see more of this content. Even if you're a friend or a family member maybe of somebody that's going through depression. Now, I don't know whether I've explained this that well, but maybe you might be able to get a slight bit of understanding of what that person's going through watching this. So, guys, take care. Try and look after yourselves. Try and take a little bit of time out just for you. You know, don't worry about what other people are thinking, okay? Yes, it might annoy some people that you're not picking up your phone, or you're not going to visit them, or you're not opening the door if they knock yours. However you deal with it is however's going to get you through. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, that is the way you deal with things. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked the content. Subscribe down below. You know, there's always something mad going on here. I do make really good, funny videos, I think. But please, yeah, take care, and, you know, thanks for watching.